Morning, boys. What we saying? Let me just send the announcement in. Morning, boys. Morning. Just getting the announcement sent in real quick. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm dumb. Morning, tickers. What we saying, TikTok? Just sending the announcement in. Give me a sec. Living life as a boss player. We be getting here. What is in? Bro. I haven't really been able to get a good setup yet. Since I moved this shit about. Yeah, what we saying, chat? What we saying? We know what pairs we're looking at this morning. Trying to get that good setup. I haven't really been able to properly find. Okay, that's actually alright. That's alright, to be fair. I'm going to tilt it a little bit though. That's straight. Is that straight? I can't even tell. I think it is. What are you saying? What are we saying? Morning, everyone. Morning. Morning, morning, morning. Let me know what pairs we're looking at this morning. Morning, Mehmet. Morning, Vigok. Morning, Jed. Morning, John. Morning, Dan. What we all saying? MH, Aki. What you saying, boys? What you saying, Sam? What you saying, Ewan? Let's see what we're looking at. Who's short in GU? Yeah, I'm short in GU. DAX for shorts. We'll have a look at shorts on DAX in a sec, bro. I'm in GJ Longs from Hour 4 order block. Nice, bro. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, the optimal position really is EU, because it's just going to provide a little bit better RR, but it looks like it's running right now. The only problem is, obviously, the pound is super weak right now. I mean, the dollar should really go in our direction, but yeah, the pound is annoyingly so weak. EU just didn't really come in. I mean, would have been nice to just go off the start of the fair value, even 50%, but it would have just been under 2R, which obviously we don't really go for. Alright, sweet. So yeah, I mean, DXY really, we're just hoping that it runs to that Asia high. I mean, overall on a high time frame basis, I'm really bearish on the dollar. But I think we need to go to the upside to grab liquidity. So yeah, we'll see what it does. Might be a little bit difficult. You got that bullish CRT, so put me off these shorts. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like overall, I do think we're going to go higher, but it's just in terms of like right now. Where do we go from the actual London move? So yeah, it might get cooked. We'll see how it does anyway, but it's just one of them, man. It's going to be difficult. Yeah, look at that. Fuck's sake. Hopefully that can chill out a bit. I mean, you can see EU's actually doing alright. Is this GU even going to survive the next, like, 5 minutes? Fucking hell. Yeah, it's going to be tough. GU's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough to hold. What are you saying, bro? Yeah, mainly just going off the ALG today, off this entry. That's the thing, man. When you've got both of them going against you, like EG, yeah, I think this GU's cooked, to be honest, with just how weak the pound is from this little drop here. It's a shame. It's a good setup, but it's just, yeah, the pound's just getting absolutely cooked. Absolutely cooked and booked. As I said, EU, we all knew EU was nicer, but yeah, you just can't get into it. There was just no entry, really. Just no entry. Maybe we'll come up for a nice entry now, but how much longer have we got to really go up for? Let's have a look. 6 pips, we may come up. Yeah, I don't think this pound's even going to survive. Just looking at, fuck me. Look at the pound, man. It's only, yeah, this GU's going to get cooked. This GU's going to get cooked. Might as well watch it happen. Might as well watch it happen, chat. Might as well watch it happen. Might as well watch it happen. Yeah, it's nothing really to do with the dollar. It's just purely and utterly due to the pound right now. Such a crap Asia session. Could have slowed down for me, this. Yeah, man, I mean, it's just annoying, bro. It is just annoying. Yeah, we need the DXY to start moving up. It's just one of them. We would really prefer it to come deeper. So the optimal position would be, in my opinion, if we can come a bit deeper into this, or at least 50%. At least 50%, but we'll see. If this next candle wants to be the same as the previous was, if we get this again, then no matter what the dollar really does, the pound is cooked. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Had a buy limit on UJ. Yeah, a lot of people are telling me about JPY pairs. Let's have a look. I actually got a nice buy on GJ yesterday. I got in that buy there. With that 30-minute. But yeah, we are coming off that 4-hour now, having that extension. I mean, let's look at the yen basket just quickly. See what there is to be had. I mean, yesterday was obviously very bearish, coming off that fair value gap again. We still got quite a way to come down, to be fair. Still got quite a way to come down. Yeah, in terms of the 4-hour as well, it looks like we're filling this 4-hour imbalance that was caused by that big sell-off. You can see there. So we've got that imbalance out. Let me get there. Oh. So you can see what pair it is. You can see that imbalance there. We've then also got a nice little CRT which has just been completed, sweeping the high and then coming down into the low. If we go on a lower time frame, let's try and find an entry there. Yeah, let me know what pairs you man are looking at though. Need to reject on GU now. Yeah, I think it's going to be difficult, man. I think it's going to be really difficult for GU to do anything. If I'm honest, I think it's just a lost cause at this point. Just looking at EG, man, you can't, no matter what the dollar does, you can't fight against that. You really can't. Let's just double check the news today. So we've got, yeah, we don't have any news until 1:15, which 1:15 is quite early to be fair, so we'll see. I mean, yeah, it's kind of surviving. It's surviving a little bit. Looking at the DXY, we just need the DXY to push up. If the DXY does anything but push up, then it's cooked. So let's just look at JPY and then let everything else do its thing. So yeah, we're trying to look for sells on this. What I'm really seeing us do is fill this imbalance here, is what we've sort of been doing. You can see we haven't really closed above it. If we get rid of the indicators, you can see. So we've had that this 4-hour imbalance. If we actually go on the 4-hour time frame, so we've got this low here which we can target, but this is really our main low that we're targeting. So this external low here, yeah, I guess you're getting cooked again, mate. Actually, probably won more money than you've ever seen in your life yesterday. If you watch my recent TikTok off that GU buy, but yeah, you jumped off the live because you was probably gooning or something. But you sent me your results as well, which are just blatantly on a demo account. I can literally see the deposit 100k thing. So yeah, Anyway, Vex. Anyway, let's see what people are saying. This guy's on his last warning as well, Vex. I'm gonna fucking ban him. Just getting on my nerves now, bro. It's not even funny. You're on your last warning. I'm just gonna boot you out, bro. No, like genuinely, I'm actually being overly nice to you. Everyone in this stream would rather you get kicked. Like everyone would rather you get kicked. I'm being nice and being like, nice, calm. I'll let him in. Like he's trying to do his thing. But if you say one more thing that annoys me, I'm gonna ban you. And I know your second account as well, so I'm just gonna boot that out as well. Morning, Sam. What you saying? All right, let's see. So yeah, in terms of UJ, okay, UJ is actually in a decent position for buyers. EU and GU is kind of at the high of its range right now, so that's a little bit more difficult. But everything's really coming off a decent level. So we've got UJ coming off that daily order block, so we want to really trade into that high. Get rid of these real quick. So we can see the swing low and then the swing high. So we really want to be targeting this high here. We'll get rid of that now. UJ, you can see this is what we mean really. So if we go on the 4 hour, tapped into that 4 hour and is now kind of running. We still got a few highs to come into, to be fair, so there is still room to be taking profit on UJ, I suppose. Looks like we're not going to come in as deep into that. We are actually just filling this imbalance here. As you can see, we filled that imbalance. Now we're just running out of it. GJ, you can see came off that 4 hours looking at the other day or earlier. So yeah, looks like JPY pairs again are going to be the ideal, unless EU wants to come up. That's the only other option. I think that GU is cooked though. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I've not really got much hope for it, so I'm sort of moving on. Yeah, I haven't really got much hope for it, so it's really moving on to the next. Gold, yeah, I'll have a look at gold in a sec, bro. Gold was moving up. Morning, Randy. What you saying? Had a buy limit on UJ, but didn't tap me in. Fair play. But yeah, so GJ's kind of untouchable right now because it's just of how bullish or how weak the pound is. Oh, sorry, how strong the pound is. Filled that. Let's look at potential entries though, because you can see we're all clearly coming off of that, going to that. UJ coming off that, going to that, and GJ coming off that, going to that. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at our pairs. So first of all, we also have CRT off of this. That low there, and then that high there. Obviously, I'm pretty sure, is that the Asia high and low? No. We swept the 4 hour, so yeah, there's actually going to be decent chance to buy UJ, to be fair. UJ does look decent. EJ, is there going to be any chance to buy it? I mean, EJ's coming off of that same, you can see, coming off of that inversion fair value gap. If we go on the 4 hour, yeah, we can see this sweep of this low here. So we swept this candle's low. That 4 hour candle low came into the 15-minute inversion. Looks like we could be going higher. GU obviously just absolutely booming up. The pound's obviously just the strongest pair by far right now. You can see, yeah, as we said, if we have another candle anything like the previous, then this GU is just inevitably cooked. This EU still could be decent, but yeah, this GU, as you can see, is absolutely walloped now. So we'll just move on to the next. Let's get rid of that. Let's draw this back on. Yeah, we'll just wait for GU, to be fair. DXY, we do sort of want it to fill this, so we'll see what it does. But to be fair, man, I'm more directing it, as I was yesterday, my attention to my JPY pairs. I'll be honest, boys, in the last, 2 months, I've made more money off JPY pairs than I have off EU and GU. So, Incel's trying to save my account. How are we, Sean? I'm all good, bro. I'm all good, Caden. why you're not reading I'm reading the YouTube comments as well, bro. But if I missed any comments on TikTok, just put them in again. So yeah, pound, we're probably not really trying to touch it just because of how bullish it is. So I'd more be looking at euros and dollars. And yeah, this is really the levels that we're looking for on UJ. Be looking to target this high and enter off of this. And then the Euro's a little bit more difficult. I mean, we got the prior New York high to aim for. Got the New York high to aim for. Do we have that? Okay, obviously the pound's obviously completely ran past it if we draw that on. And then UJ, is it still there? Yeah, we do have the it to aim for on UJ as well. So UJ is probably, UJ or EJ for sure is the most optimal one. Just thinking, even EJ, that's a little bit difficult to even enter off. You could maybe, you'd really have to go on the 1 minute to be fair to actually find an entry point. Potentially off this 1 minute you could enter, but obviously I don't really like entering off 1 minute stuff, 1 minute time frame. Don't really want to have a 2 pip stop either. So yeah, something like that is probably going to be your best bet. A little scalp on EJ. UJ's actually might have decent. Gonna just full port express. Taking anything weak past my top that combined this weekend did nice, bro. Do you trade love every day? Yeah, bro. Now the only thing I've had this week was this GJ. This GJ one here. Also I had an EU as well, but that wasn't really my trade. But yeah, this GJ one there. Let me see what the comments are saying. Tried to remove my limit when I saw momentum, but I didn't let me buy and just entered. Clear downside momentum. That's bare annoying, John. That is bare annoying. Vex, why you wake up like this, honestly? Yeah, trust me. 1 vote, yeah. You can say the piss out of everyone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just jarring, bro. Just a jarring personality. Let's just be real. I'll come over to YouTube so that's easier. Just gonna grab a Red Bull. See you soon. Sweet, Caden. Have a good one, my bro. I'll see you on the YouTube stream. Yeah, this is the only thing really on the end basket. What can we actually try and enter off of? Because we are running down right now. Again, this is our next stop. Well, our first next stop is this low, this swing low here, or the New York low. So that's what we want price to come down to. We just want a way to actually get in, to actually capitalise in that move down, which I don't think there really is. What's the DXY doing? Let's see if the DXY inverts. If it inverts this, we'll just ignore the dollar for now. I'd want to see, even if you are trying to enter that, I'd want to see how the DXY closes, because if it closes below, then yeah, it's probably going to be a little bit peak. MH, hate never comes from above, that's why. Yeah, facts, Dan, facts. Everyone drop a like on the YouTube stream, man. Let's get 100 likes in here. Let's get 100 likes in this stream real quick, boys. Right, looks like we may just be continuing up. It's one of them. The bias is clear to the upside, but it's just wanted the price to come a little bit lower first. I didn't think it would have so much power to just cream through. I mean, the pound's a bit different, obviously, but yeah, looks like the DXY is going to close below as well. Yeah, we've got 2 minutes left, so we'll check back on it in a sec. Euro's pretty weak this morning, to be fair. Have you had any news that was caused by? Because that was pretty heavy. Vapes run out. I'm getting PMIs. November final service PMI. France November final service PMI. Yeah, let's wait for UJ to get in here and then see if there's any entries. Gold long potentially. I'll have a look, bro. Got to be Kevin Smurf account. My boys on EU sells, I'm in EU buys. Fair play, Mirage. I mean, yeah, I mean, the higher time frame is clearly bullish, but it's just one of them. I can't see us just purely extending the entire day up to here. So I'd like us to come down a little bit first and then go higher. As much as our higher time frame bias probably is the same. It's just more like the actual entry technique, I suppose, bro. What's the name of that page for news? It's called Pick Sweep, bro. Deeper retracement on both DXY and EU. Price action doesn't look smooth. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. 15-minute order block buys for you, Jay. 15-minute order block. Yeah, that would be decent. What's the RR saying on that one? What's the RR saying on that? From that order block, that 15-minute. Good thing about the yen basket, yen pairs is you already always have a pretty big stop loss. That's never really smaller than like 10 pips. I'm not your mate. Trust. Thoughts on EU sells. I'd want to wait for this DXY to close, because if it closes below like this, yeah, see, that close is just horrible, man. We've just inverted the prior fair value gap, which shows that we're probably just going to continue bearish. So in terms of this EU trade, I wouldn't really be looking at it anymore. I'd more be looking at our yen pairs, man. Thing is, early in the year, was getting really nice movement on for pretty much all of these CRT moves here, as well as this trending move here, and then the nice structure here. But what we're seeing right now, it's just not the best. It's just not the best. That's really it. So EU and G just not looking like the best out of everything to trade. So we're better off going for a pair that, in my opinion, does look pretty clear, which is UJ. I think UJ's pretty clear to the downside. I mean, it's been trending absolutely massively. Even if you go on the monthly, like, it's just look at it. In terms of the weekly and daily as well, obviously very bearish. So yeah, I think UJ is definitely going to be our best bet, or JPY pair is definitely going to be our best bet today. About 2.9 RR on that, which is actually decent. Want to see price action. Now we've just tapped into this inversion. I want to see how we do. I want to see how we actually do. I'm on UJ buy limits. Got tapped in on the 5-minute inversion. Fair play, yeah. So down here. Yeah, there is a few levels where it's probably better if I put my camera up here, isn't it? Not really, not actually. Maybe even bottom right. It's probably better. Actually, I don't know. We'll just see. Longs off 4-hour FEG look good on EU. Yeah, that does look like the optimal level. That's what I'm saying. I do want us to come down, but where the dollar's just moving like that, I just don't really want to be fighting it too heavy. Don't want to be fighting it too heavy. We have closed below as well, so I'm not really that confident on any real movement. Right, yen basket is actually moving up decently. Yeah, let's see if there's actually going to be a decent entry on this now. We can go on the lower time frame, see if there's like a 5-minute inversion or something like that. Obviously wait for it to close first. So probably be waiting for something like this. Something like this on the 1 minute. I'd really want price to retap into that and then retest this fair value gap to go long. So something like that. Basically the same really is what we was looking for already, but there's just not really that many entries. That's the only issue. Maybe actually this down here, even potentially this order block down here. It's the yen basket as well. It's just what are we actually gonna What is the end basket actually coming into? What is there to really trade up into? Maybe just this 5 minute imbalance. Maybe it's just this 5 minute imbalance. Because, I mean, looking at how price has been distributing all throughout the London session, it has been just pretty light. Everything's really been mitigated. So, yeah, maybe we just want to come up to this and then go on the lower time frames. GU cleaner, tap into the daily above. Lots of liquidity to target, yeah. That's what I mean. I mean, the bias is clearly bullish, but we just would want to see that sell off first. It's not really likely that we always just have Asia, London, and New York bullish. There's normally at least one of the sessions has a bit of a retracement or a little bit of a. It's just like AMD, really, isn't it? Just like AMD. EG obviously looks nice to the downside, but there's just no entries. Yeah, it's just December price action, really, chat. Yo, do you believe order blocks are still valid even if we wick below the order block? Nah, bro. I'd like to. Nah, if we wick below, I don't really like the look of it. I jumped out, fair play. Put in peace deals. Wait. Putin peace deals live right now. Wait, what's this? Let's have a look at this. Do you want to fucking load? Alright. DTO sell on EG would have done numbers. Where is the detail? Oh yeah, yeah, that's crazy. To be fair, it's just moving decently, but I think that DXY is just retesting. Yeah, what are you man looking for? Best to wait for confirmation at this point. Yeah, man. Close longs at 3%. Lovely, bro. Someone in GU longs. No, I don't think so, really. Just wasn't really any entries for us, man. It's just like, just that upwards price action. We always really want a bit of a retracement to then get in. Which obviously didn't happen. What are you saying now? How you doing, bro? Alright. See if we get this close above. It's been the 30-minute imbalance we've now wicked into. EJ. Same thing really for EJ. Let's get rid of this for now. EJ's just retesting that same level. So we're really waiting on the 1 minutes now. Looking for EU buyers around 162. Yeah, to be fair, a lot of people in the chat are looking for similar, bro. A lot of people are looking for similar. Are you bullish on EU? Higher time frame, yeah, but we do really want it to come down and fill this 4-hour fair value gap first. We want it to fill this fair value gap first here. Then come higher. Yeah, the markets are definitely moving a bit worse now. Now we're entering that December time. See if we get the close above. The only thing is, I tend to find with JPY pairs, a lot of the entries come on like the 1 minute. Which isn't really ideal. Wait to see if we get this close above. To be fair, we've had that close above now. Euro's just not. What's the DXY Sam? Would ideally want this to come a little bit higher and actually come above this wick. EU. Yeah, EU's just not really looking ideal for me, bro. It's just not really looking ideal, to be honest. By the looks of the DXY, I do think the EU's just going to continue long. I do think the EU's just going to continue higher like this. Let's actually get rid of this for now. But in my opinion, there's not really many trades there. There's not really many trades it's actually printing for us to get into. Mitigating this order block here. Right, looks like we're coming above this wick now. GE was bullish as fuck, wait for the 1 hour candle open and enter above the long side. There is a lot of liquidity above, so I think it's going to come for that first current at 5R gold shorts. Fair play, yeah, I mean, just not the way we trade really. We like to see a nice actual defined retracement first, but fair enough. Everyone's strategy is their strategy, innit? Alright, cool. The yen basket's actually filling this. Let's see if he wants to fill this or if we are going to come any higher. Are you coming for 4 hour equal highs? Yeah, man, EUG, I'd just way more be looking at JPY pairs right now, I'll be honest. Way more. Obviously had that pretty big extension for the pound. Just the DXY. Is it? I mean, I suppose we've got this imbalance here. Right. Okay, come back down for another sweep. Yeah, where the dollars, both of them are pretty weak to be fair. We want both of them to actually close above so we're nice ready to move. Need both of them to close above. As you can see, the dollar got absolutely cooked. So we're going to draw that on again and just wait and see. Just wait and see, chat. Wait and see if there's anything worth entering. But yeah, you didn't give me an entry, but it was copy paste. Fair play, bro. Fair play. Yeah, it's not. If you can get in on these markets, it's decent, man. But it's decent. To be fair, we are seeing ALG on UJ. Well, they're just all so unaligned right now. That's the kind of annoying thing. I mean, generally the dollar and the yen are both weak. And the pound and the euro are nothing correlated, really. They're not correlated at all. Obviously, with the pound being strong, the euro being weak, you'd much rather be entering on GJ, but again, it's just not really providing any entries. This is the annoying thing, man. Obviously, the pair that's the strongest is going to provide the least amount of entries because it just typically just runs away and doesn't really retrace. Yeah, we can see just not wanting to close above. Wait for that. Opinion on EG buys if we inverse. Technically looks clean in my opinion. We do have the daily CRT to the downside, and we are bearish on it overall. Tapping into the OTE as well. I would just more be looking to hold these sells, bro, to be fair. Wouldn't really be looking to get into buys. I mean, I suppose we are coming into this order block here. Could potentially look for buys, but yeah, I'd more just be holding on to these sells, to be fair. What could we come for on this 4 hour? Just proper indecisive right now. Honestly, can't see anything in this leg that we'd want to come into. Can't see anything we'd want to come into other than just this here. Obviously, yeah, as we said, man, the dollar's just so weak. So is the euro. Both of them just so weak. Right, we've came into that order block now. To be fair, this is what happened yesterday though with GJ. We was literally waiting for it for ages, and we did manage to get in the end. So, just got to have good psychology, man. Just wait for that entry. I might do a case study on this trade as well, because I mean it's pretty different to the trades I normally enter. I just want to let you, man, know how we sort of saw the confirmations for it. Yeah, a lot of people's looking at EG. A lot of people's looking at EG. I mean, yeah, if we have the inversion, if we've got a clean inversion, then yeah, why not, I suppose. Why not? This session is dead, yeah, trust me, it is half dead. As I said though, man, it was the exact same yesterday, but we just had to sort of wait for our confirmations, be patient, and we ended up getting a pretty nice trade, so. Okay, this is a bit more like decent price action. You can actually wait for a change of character here as well. You can actually wait for price to break this high. Again, there's no point just trying to out-predict this market, especially without unaligned everything is. It's going to be just way too hard to try and predict. So we filled this in balance now as well. A similar thing, yeah, we've actually got a high that we can look to break. So this will be what I'll be doing, waiting if we can break this high. Same on UJ. Obviously GJ, pound's still strong, so it's probably just going to run off, but it's actually stronger, euro or the dollar. Let's have a look. You'd say the euro is probably stronger than the dollar, so ideally UJ would be the one. We've also had that nice sweep on EJ, sorry. We do have nice CRT though, but I'll be honest, UJ and UJ and EJ are both looking nice, yeah. Trying to wait for the actual breaker structure and stuff to come through first. Euro obviously is a bit stronger, so that will probably be your ideal one of the two. Yeah, man. 80 man in this huge. Let's get 100 man in here, boys. The market is actually starting to look a little bit nicer now. A little bit nicer. Everyone drop a like on the stream, boys. Need to start running up this YouTube again. Because I haven't really been uploading, but yeah, I will get back to the two uploads every week without a shadow of a doubt. I'm going to bring out a video today. Bang some TikToks up today as well. Okay, we want it to actually break this high, not just tease it. Probably go off 50%. Again, we want to wait for it to actually break the high. We haven't done that yet, so I'd still be waiting. Really tight stops though. Really, really tight stops. UJ I wouldn't really be as keen on just because it's going to be really hard for the dollar to actually push up that much. It's going to need a lot of help from the M basket itself. Getting that nice rejection though. This EU, and wait, no, let me, bro, really? Oh, mate, I really hate when that happens. Oh, mate, fuck's sake. Oh, mate, it's the bane of my... You know when you delete an indicator and you've got to draw it all the settings on again? Like, bruv. When you add it back, why can't it just join with the things that it add on? Let me put it in the bottom right so you can see what we're looking at. There's another thing with this indicator as well. That's literally, it says symbol when it's not, and watermark when it's... Yeah, it's got the symbol and watermark the wrong way around. We're doing it to fix that. Definitely need to fix that. Alright. Again, not getting these, not getting the levels broken that we want, so you just got to stay out for now. Even this one didn't break the level we wanted it to break, so as much as this one does look decent, it's not broke the high, so there's no confirmation really at all. There's no confirmation. No confirmation just yet. Just click Control Z. Yeah, I know, but when you realise that you've deleted it ages ago, like you can't just click that in it. To be fair, it was literally already there. Could have just done that. Actually won't notice now. It's annoying we didn't break this high, but yeah, you can't just be jumping in randomly. You do need to wait for these breaks. Yo, bro, can you check gold if you haven't already? Gold retesting at 4200 level. Came into this order block pretty nicely yesterday. Really should come into the high. All the price action does just get a bit choppy over December months. That CRT sweeper lows and sweeper this candle high. So you can see that was the range that we broke out of. What happened after we broke out of that range? So we broke out as we obviously took the high and then swept the low. Since then we've been trading up. Taking the Asia low now. Yeah, I'd look for price coming to this hourly order block here. Then I'd potentially look for longs. Still think the overall high time frame bias is longs. So yeah, I'd look to buy up to this high here. What are you saying, Paul? How you doing, bro? Gonna take a while to retrace. Yeah, trust me. G bar 15 minute. All right, G bar 15. Yeah, G looks alright. G does look alright, but again, it's just gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult, man. We're seeing, as I said, nothing aligned at all. Nothing aligned at all. The pound is very, very, very strong. The euro is very weak, and the DXY is also pretty weak. So there's no correlation whatsoever, like literally none, in terms of EU GU. So I mean that just instantly makes it way harder to trade. Even the dollar is sort of just pissing about. There's not really a clear bias. So same thing for that. As we said, would have been nice to be able to enter off of that, but there was just no entries there. I mean, not no entries, but no confirmation for the entry. So it's one of them. EU potential to gold bullish. Yeah, I agree, bro. EU potential higher to induce sellers into the big sell-off. I think it's more the opposite, bro. I think more EU to sell off to induce people into the big buys. So sells to fill this imbalance here, and then to buy up to this swing high. EU should be ready for its next move up if it's anything aligned with GU. So annoying we didn't have that break, but we can still wait for the break and then see what comes next. Did you not fancy entry on UJ after 15-minute FVG? Yeah, there was just no confirmations, man. Just with how weak the dollar was, I did want to wait for confirmations. So that is literally the level we're looking at now, but it's just the 1 minute there. Want to wait for at least a 1 minute break of structure or something, or it's just too much of a gamble in my opinion. There's no need to gamble in these markets as well. There's no need for it. Literally no need. See if we get the break now. If we get the break. I need to fucking blow my nose again, bruv. Give me 2 seconds, Joe. I'm having my lifetime signal. Remember, I don't have access. Yeah, I'll have a look at that for you, bro. I'll have a look at that for you. Mate, you're jarring anyway. Let's see, who even is this, bro? I've had that break now. I've had the break of ours. You sort of want UJ to actually break the highs as well, man. I'm not going to lie. Sorry, EJ. Fuck me. I find it so much harder to name them. Are you bearish? Yeah, I wouldn't really be trying to touch AUG, man. They're just so unaligned. It's a joke. It's actually almost a joke. I mean, just look at that. Pound's actually bodying it for once. Posted my GJ Profits in Profit channel. Nice, bro. Bro, just break the high, please. Please just break the high. Let's see what the Discord's saying. Let's have a look at MH. What days, bro? Oh, mate. Fucking hell, bro. What a shitty day. What we got here? What a terrible day in the markets this is, boys. What a terrible day. In every sense of the word as well. Every sense of the word, this is a shitty day in the markets. Every sense of the word, this is terrible. Has EJ even... Nah, it hasn't. Of course it hasn't. Terrible day, chat. Terrible day. Are you in? Nah, bro. Worse than yesterday, yeah, trust me. Right, we've finally broken that high. Jesus Christ, man. It's about time. Fucking hell. As soon as we have that, of course, DXY just shoots itself. Right, so let's just look at EJ. Let's just look at EJ. There's no point looking at the other pairs correlating because there's no correlation. There's no correlation whatsoever. To be honest, you probably just look to go for the same point we've already tapped into. UJ taps into that again. RR and this is like 5-1. Doubt this would have got even tapped in with spreads anyway, so. Not over yet. Let's have a look at EG. Nah, man, I wouldn't be looking for EG buyers. Not a chance, man. Not a chance. Just catching a falling knife there, man. Unless there's an insane resurgence. Coming off the OTE, got that daily CRT to the downside. Price has opened up as bearish as it ever has, to be fair. Literally already fallen 25 pips, which is massive for EG, which barely moves itself. You can see the pound is just so strong. Euro's doing nothing. Dollar is doing nothing really. Bearish really, but not doing anything. Yen basket's the only one, man. Yen basket's the only one. I mean, we have had both of these pairs break, though. So, yeah, now you'd probably go... Okay, we've actually got an order block here. Right, let's move this across so we can get this out of our way for a sec. Okay, it's looking a little bit more promising now. A little bit more promising. GG obviously is flying. You just can't touch it. UG, I'd leave it alone. I would leave it alone based on the dollar. I mean, the euro morning just popped in. Had 2 JPY pairs done for the day. What did you get in reality? You check EU. Do you want to be trading EU, bro? Literally, I'm trading JPY pairs right now. I'm only trading JPY pairs. No point trading EU or GU this morning. No point trading it. G just hit 6R. Nice, bro. GJ2. Yeah, the pound's insanely strong. So while the euro's not too bad. Okay, that was fast. Give me a sec. I mean, this is the point you look to get in. For me, it's just not really good enough, though, chat. It's just begging it right now. I'll be real. It's just begging it for a trade right now. Ooh. It will just be begging it to look for a trade, man. It's one of them days. There's just nothing really to look for. I mean, you could enter now, to be fair, if you did want to take a risk, but you just got to understand it. It just is a risk, innit? It just is what it is. You can enter off that, I guess, that same level again. Stop loss on the low. Yeah, it's basically the same trade. I mean, you can enter off that if you want. As I said, I just think it's kind of begging it right now, though. Kind of begging it. Yeah. CLT where I need you to the downside. Yeah, bro. CLT I need you to the downside, bro. I need you to the downside. Correct bars with no confirmation entry. Okay. Okay then. What is the M basket doing, bruv? Yeah, I wouldn't be looking for you, J-Man. The dollar's just fucking terrible right now. Yeah, this would probably be where you'd look to get in on EJ. But for me, it's just begging it. But yeah, that would be where I'd look to get him. Allow signals. How do you enter a position when you're constantly on live? I'll just come off the live for like 2 seconds and place it. It only takes 2 seconds to place a trade. Still going to hold UJ buy limit. Fair play. I mean, I don't... Wait, where was your buy limit again? I just wouldn't be looking to get in UJ with how weak the dollar is. The only one I'd really be looking to get in right now is EJ, and even that is just begging it, man. In my opinion, it's just begging it. I'm also in that EG from Friday down to Friday high. I'm in EJ from DTO to Friday high, but that shit is not moving. Yeah, just kind of a shit day, man. It looks like a danger trade on CFJPY, steady 1 to 2 on GJ. Yeah, GJ was lovely. GJ was lovely, to be fair. What chart do you look for the strength of the euro and strength of the pound? EG, bro, Euro GBP. You can see right now, there's only one thing happening. The pound is just insanely strong. Is there no fundamental news at all that's come out? There's none at all. Okay, here we go. UK business activity expanded marginally in November, but faced challenges from unfavourable demand conditions and fragile client confidence. Employment saw its steepest decline since February, while inflation and prices reached its lowest points in January 2021. It was expanded slightly marginally in November, but faced unfavourable demand conditions. Prior was 52. Final composition, PMI 52. Okay. Assuming anything with a pound is just, yeah. I mean, that's already reached your CRT high. Fuck me. Yeah, Yeah, even that EJ. Fucking absolutely cooked. Yeah, the market, the market is just terrible right now. Markets are just terrible right now. Markets are just terrible right now. Final PMI coming higher. Yeah, nice. Just terrible right now, chap. Literally terrible, terrible, terrible price action. Index is moving alright, or are they terrible as well? Patience, lad. Moves are coming. Yeah, man. You just got to be patient. Just got to be patient. That GU accumulation plan nice yesterday. Yeah, man. It was nice. Obviously, we had that fundamental, which massively helped us. Just got to be patient, man. But to be fair, boys, today's looking like a write-off, in my opinion. It's looking just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible day. Terrible day, chat. I'm not going to lie. I'm not really seeing absolutely anything at this point. I mean, this has just had that sharp decline. Obviously, this is going to close below this, most likely on the 15. We've got 5 minutes left, so wait and see. Yeah, just look how unaligned all of these pairs are. That's why it's not nice when it's not aligned. The spreads are crazy today. Yeah, man, I just wouldn't really recommend getting anything, to be honest, man. Price action is just literally useless. Absolutely useless. Absolutely useless. Completely and utterly useless, chat. Completely and utterly useless. This is lining up nice for that sell position, but even that, man, the dollar's just not even really wanting to show its hand. Pound is just so unaligned, it's a joke. The euro, as you can see, is getting absolutely bodied. In the end basket, we are bearish on, but even that, it's just not really giving any entry. It's just consolidating up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. The UJ bearish, EJ not moving, GJ so bullish. It's just like everything in general is just terrible. Like, this is probably the worst trading day I've seen in the last, like, at least in the last 2 months or so. It's one of them days, boys, where patience really does pay. Patience really does pay. A GU accumulation played out nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, that mad accumulation then just absolutely bulleted off. Yeah, even when the end basket continues higher, like what can we really come up to be fair to it? We've got 18 minutes left to the close. So we'll see how we close off. Get the tunes on, somebody get the tunes on. See if anyone's in anything on the Discord. Personally, I find using yen much better than yen futures much better. Let's have a look at yen futures. See, that does look nicer, to be fair. Even this looks shit. Even this looks shit. Just want it to come a little bit higher first into this imbalance. Oh, mate. EG9 gave me no entry, but I said went where I said on pre-London. Yeah, EG moving crazy. I mean, annoying thing about EG is it's just mean that every single other pair in the market's unaligned. Dollar's not doing anything. I mean, sorry, dollar's just bearish. GU's insanely bullish. EU's only just started to move to the upside. Really, it's just consolidating. And that is due to the EG being so bearish. Gives me better direction for bias. Fair play. Let's have a look. In terms of the Asia session, this is the imbalance we're coming off. I can see us coming higher though, potentially. Maybe we're coming off of this imbalance here. No time to be sitting here waiting. Look for it to fill this whole imbalance though, to be fair. Do we have that equivalent imbalance anywhere? Not really, do we? Yeah, look at UJ. I mean, EJ is literally the only one. EJ and GJ, obviously, but GJ is just going to be difficult, innit? Wait for 1 hour closure. Might start doing the opposite of my bias. Just one of them, bro. It's probably just a losing streak you're going on, Josh. Like, it's one of them things. You just when you're in a losing streak, you've got to minimise those losses. When you're a win streak, just maximise those losses. Everyone goes on like good patches and bad patches. That happens to literally everyone. So, mate, went for 4 hour closure. Fair enough. Yeah, 4 hour closure in 15 minutes. BlackRock need to buy up these houses, man. They need a weaker pound. That'll make sense for a stronger dollar. He looked at gold already, mate, late this morning. Yeah, we are bullish on it. Want it to come a little bit deeper into. I mean, we've basically have tapped into it, this order block, but we'll wait to see if we get an inversion of this 5 minute fair value gap. Did you start winning? Prayers just think right now, yeah, it's just terrible, man. Don't worry, lads. If we close the break structure on GJ 4 hour, it'll create a new order block. Look for longs from that area. Yeah, this order block here. Even that though, man, it's just so unaligned. It couldn't really be more unaligned if it tried its hardest. So we've got this order block here. Mark it out. No alignment whatsoever. Literally, like Yen Basket shows it the most. To be fair, GJ insanely bullish. EJ consolidating. UJ bearish. It's like, fuck me. Give us something, man. Give us a little bit of help. Just a tiny bit of help. The markets are saying enjoy Christmas. Yeah, facts. Facts. Literally, Stu. It's one of them times though, we know the market is going to be shitter at this point. I mean, this is this is taking the piss a bit. But Mate, I feel like to actually read the news, bruv, how shit these markets are, bro. I'm fucking bored stiff looking at this absolute crap. Let's have a look at how we fucked up our country this morning. Putin rejects peace deals on Ukraine after US talks with NATO. Sick. Sick. Let's have a look at... Labour Party done anything stupid yet? Government racks up $100 million bill. Jury trials scrapped for crimes with sentences of less than 3 years. Chinese mega embassy could bring security advantages. Really? Is that what we need? Is this what we need? Is this the priority, yeah? A fucking mega embassy. Really? Like, really? Ex-ballerina and former minister in race to be next Lord Speaker. Oh my God. MPs warn China's spy trial failures could happen again. Holy shit. I mean, oh my God. Fucking it. Can we do anything right in this? Oh no, look, this sums up the government. Right, there's a spy trial failure, right? Let's build a mega embassy, charge a taxpayer fucking about 20, 30 million quid for it. Probably more than that. It probably costs about 70 million quid. I mean, you got to secure it up to shit, like. Sick. Absolutely sick. What about in business? We're so very sorry, says Southeast Water as supply crisis deepens. Water bill rises. Airbus to inspect some quality issues. Oh, that's one good thing, I suppose. Prada buys Versace. Out of everything going on in our country, the only good thing is an Italian company, which is probably just destroying business in our high street. Take a little Christmas break like Lou on Friday. Yeah, man, that's it. That is it. Guess being a full year sober is good. Might get drunk to celebrate. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Let's have a look at these peace deal rejections, though. Putin says Putin and US negotiations appears to have failed to achieve a breakthrough. Russian officials say talks were constructive, but no compromise was reached. It comes as NATO foreign minister and meet in Brussels discussed. Earlier, Putin said Europe's peace deal were not acceptable. Adam, we are not going to fight with Europe, but if Europe wants to fight with us, we are ready right now. Bro, why do these lot give it? The thing is, bro, Russia versus Europe, you see an absolute pussyhole versus someone who's actually on their shit. Putin's actually on his shit, and we are just absolute bottle jobs. Absolute bottle job, bro. Putin's saying we're not ready to fight. What did he say? We don't want. We're not going to fight with Europe. If Europe wants to fight with us, we're ready right now. That is literally like me going up to Usyk and going, "Listen, mate. If you want it, we can fucking have it." Like, if we fought, we would absolutely have their pants down. Absolutely have their pants down, but Jesus, have we got no bottle? Have we got no bottle whatsoever? No bottle whatsoever. And to be fair, Putin has got a lot of bottle, so the peace deal failed due to Putin not gaining full control of Ukraine. Yeah, trust me. Oh, mate. Europe's in, honestly, bro. Honestly, we are so embarrassing. I mean, America's not really doing much, but let's listen to this. Is there any? Let's listen to what this bro has to say. I'm just not going to look at the markets for constantly. Bro, man talked for 5 hours and didn't reach a conclusion. What is this? Me and Stu arguing about who's better, Saliba or fucking Romero or something? Like, do you want to take it a little bit seriously? Who even are these people as well? Obviously, I know Putin. Who are these people? Okay, is that? Who even are these people? President Putin's foreign policy aide, who says the talks today were constructive, useful. However, this is the key part.
Russia and the US anytime soon. That's what we've been hearing from.
He basically said, "Come and have a go if you think you're old enough." Yeah, literally, bro. And we was like, "No, no, no, no. We don't want anything. We don't want anything. Let's just throw money at it. Let's just throw taxpayer money at it. Let's just throw. Let's just give Ukraine more money, more money. You can't just fucking throw money at everything, for God's sake." That's all we've done. Like this, mate. Honestly, honest to God, man. Honest to God.
Putin in recent days. The Russian president has shown no sign of wanting to make compromise or concessions on key issues. He believes that Russia has the initiative on the battlefield and therefore that he can dictate the conditions of any peace agreement. He can dictate whether this war continues or whether it ends. And at the moment, it seems that the war is going to continue. We heard very angry comments earlier today before those talks directed at Europe. Russia, for some time now, has accused the European Union of trying to derail peace efforts. He blames Europe, and he wants Donald Trump to blame Europe too.
Yo, that guy looks like David Walliams, bro. Like, Bear looks like David Walliams. Tell me that's not David Who invited David Walliams to peace talks? And Liz Truss with her hair dyed fucking red. Updated 1 minute ago. Sick. Putin is the Wheelstone Raider of the political world. Yeah, facts. Literally. If you want some, I'll give it ya. Literally. Literally that. You want to scan that? What's that, bro? NZD CAD huge imbalance. NZD CAD. They're just pairs that don't really typically move during the London session, but New York session they could be nice. Could be nice. Zelensky critic says Ukraine not in the best position to negotiate. EU agrees deal to phase out Russian gas imports by 20 Mate. David Walliams will write a book on this now. Not going to be a very good. How we failed to make peace with Russia and Ukraine, which caused another 500,000 young men to die. Oh, mate, and England, not even... Oh, mate, England are literally, like, embarrassing. We are the most embarrassing country in the world, which is a shame, because I'm actually bare proud of my country, but how's everything going? Decent, bro. I'm all good, Anglo. How you doing, bro? Angelo? May call it a month here. Yeah, I don't blame you at all, bro. I do not blame you one bit. Do not blame you one bit, man. Markets are useless right now. Absolutely useless right now. Just no alignment, man. This is the main thing. I mean, this just sums it up to a T, right? UJ bearish as anything. EJ not moving all throughout the night and the morning. And GJ is... Bro, do you know what actually sums it up as well, bro? What actually sums it up, right? So I saw a nice little trade. I had this placed. I can fucking put a picture up of this. So I had a trade, right? That I got in. So I got in there. Had my stops there. 10 pips. And I was aiming for this. This wick here. That wick there. Basically this wick. Basically just below the high. Right? And I was like, you know what? This is probably going to come through. Because I saw us coming off of this 4-hour imbalance. And I saw it was coming through. So it was pretty obvious that that 4-hour order block. Pretty obvious it was going to go to the high. And obviously they had my stops at break even as well. So that would have been the trade there. So we ran up to there. So I put my stops at break even because I was like holding it through the night. And then, of course, we get the market rollover, and it stops me out at full stop loss all the way down here. So it takes me out at full stop loss all the way down here. So I lose 1%. So not only did I not, I mean, it barely even hit break even, so it shouldn't have even wicked me out there. I should have just hit full TP. Would have been like a lovely, lovely trade overnight. But not only did I not get taken out of break even, I actually lost the full trade, even though price never even come 1 inch into my stop loss. That just sums up the day that was to come. I woke up to that and just thought, please nuke us now, bro. If you're going to nuke us, just do it. Now, but in all seriousness, I should have known about the rollover, but it's just jarring. Morning, bro. No one catches GU longs. Nah, man, there wasn't really any entries for us to come into. I mean, that was the only thing, was that order block. And even that order block, if you had the stop loss on the low, you probably would have got spreaded out of it. EU not moving. DXY just bearish. Alright, we're actually getting a little bit of movement. Oh my god, is this... Could this be? Could this be? Right, have we closed above? Yes, we have closed above. Oh my god, there might actually be a bit of movement. Can't wait for us to mark out a trade, only for it to stop out in about half a second. Can't wait for that to happen. Value. Let's quickly look at CAD JPY. This guy wants to know. I'm in CAD JPY bars. What do you think about it? Yeah, it looks nice, bro, to be fair. It does look nice. I mean, it's just kind of consolidating, though, really, bro. It's kind of just moving sideways. So I wouldn't say that's the best time to be getting in. But you're definitely on the right side of the market if I had to be on any side. So, yeah, it does look decent. It depends where you're holding it to. I wouldn't really want to hold all the way up to this high. I'd more want to just hold to these highs here, or maybe even really this side. Depends where you got him. That's the thing with swaps, Hour. If you ain't hugely in profit, it's not even worth risking it. Yeah, I know. It literally just slipped my mind. Literally just slipped my mind. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother even trying to get into this one. But yeah, this would be your entry, obviously, of this inversion. I'm not even going to bother. I'm not even going to bother try getting in. But yeah, this would be your entry there. EJ. But he doesn't really have an inversion, so you're more going to have to wait for this candle to close. And hopefully there's a fair value gap prints and you can go off the order block at the bottom. So that would be there. Stop loss at the low, 7 pips, TP at this high. So yeah, these will be your trades. I'm not even going to try and enter these though. I'm not even going to bother trying. Sod's law, we wait 1 minute and it's already tapped in, for fuck's sake. Going to preserve my sanity and fuck it off for today. Fair play, bro. CPLO's good, but I can't listen to him all day because he's so like such a sleepy rap guy, isn't he? What's a good song? Is there any good songs you want to recommend me? Do you want to recommend me a good tune, or you just want to recommend me absolute stinkers? Okay. Would definitely rather getting EJ than fucking GJ. Sorry, EJ than UJ. See if EJ wants to come down. I mean, that one would have tapped in. As I said, I'm not in on this one. Not a chance in. To be fair, would that have actually? What was this? Yeah, that would have actually tapped in. Yeah, there's not a chance of me entering this. Not a chance in hell of me entering this. But we'll mark it on just to see how it plays out. EJ would actually be decent if it wants to come down. But again, it's probably just going to just run now because the market seems like it's out to take the piss. Cad JP's moving, bro. Nice. Well, how come you look at Cad pair so much, bro? Are you from Canada or something, or you just like the pair? Let's put on some Chris. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. Oh, that's a lovely one. I'm not even going to read them words on TikTok. Jesus. You man can see that. You know, thingy, and thingy threats. One weekend in social media abuse. Oh my god, I can't stand this stuff, bro. You know when they're like, oh no, social media abuse in football. It's social media. What do you expect? I could literally go on live, right, and start posting about Legos. Oh, this is my new little Lego building, and I would get those exact same threats if I got big enough. Grow up, man. Honestly, like, grow up. Please grow up. More than 2,000 extremely abusive social media posts, including were sent about managers in the Premier League. Okay, who cares? Who cares, bro? Jesus, man. Jesus. The analysis conducted with data science focused on post-major in 10 Premier League and 6 Women's Super League matches on the weekend, the 8th of November, found messages including, oh my god, this is just social media. This has got nothing to do with football. The manager go, oh no, that's so bad. Who cares, bro? Jesus, who cares? Grow up, man. Premier League bosses Amorim, Slot and Eddie Howe were most common targets of abuse, while Chelsea and their manager Sonia Bonbasendorf faced 50% of all abuse in Women's Super League. A total of 61 all abuse messages were sent from accounts in UK and the Republic of Ireland. The data is just the overall number is on the rise. People have a sense of impunity on the live. Abuse is never a good... Obviously, they have a sense of impunity. It's online. Oh, my God. Oh, but I've got a good idea. Let's spend £1 billion on, like, or £10 billion on the Online Safety Act just for people to use a VPN and do the same shit. Oh, further than that, let's actually get the online ID. That's going to solve it. You can't police the internet, for Christ's sake. Like, oh, my God, bro. This country, honestly... We actually deserve to fall. We deserve to fall. Look, did you see the Newcastle penalty yesterday? Worst decision I've ever seen. I ain't actually seen it. I haven't actually seen it. I can't watch it on YouTube though, or it'll get taken down. Unless it's just on YouTube, on Sky Sports. Let's have a look at this. What type of messages are being posted? We're all on social media. We expect to be criticised. That's completely normal. I do not have social media, so I don't see it, but I'm not stupid. Who cares, bro? I get the same shit, bruv. I get the same shit, and I've got about 10 fucking viewers on TikTok. Like, let's have a look. Let's have a look at this pen. Oh, this was it. Have a look at this real quick. Yeah, no, to be fair though, that is a... Am I the only one who thinks that's a penalty? That is a penalty for me. Look, he's not looking at the ball. He's got an arm round him. He's got his arm round him blocking him. And he's not looking at the ball at all. He's just purely trying to block him. You can't put your arm around someone. We know this. Shoulder to shoulder, fair enough. If it was shoulder to shoulder, yeah. Look at that. Man is literally... Look. Bro is literally not looking at the ball. He's the only player in the box, by the way, not looking at the ball. Like, I know Arsenal players do this, but you got to make it a little less obvious. And what Arsenal players do is we'll put a massive big... Can't say any of these words. A big geezer on him. So at least you can go shoulder to shoulder or like block him off with your back or something. He's literally got his arm around him like that. That's just stupid from Benton Court. You can't do that. Look, he's literally... what do you want him to do then? So if you allow that, then it's basically saying, cool, just get someone on your biggest centre half and just put 2 arms round him and just refuse to do it. And just refuse. That's a penalty for me. Obviously, there is bias because I don't like Spurs at all. But yeah, I do agree that happened. I don't know about every. Like, it's just obvious the way he make. It's just how obvious is that? Like, how obvious is that? He's literally not even looking, and he's got his arm round him like that. That's a penalty for me. The issue with it is there's just no consistency. Like, that'll be given a penalty, then it'll happen 3 times next week, and it won't be a penalty. Like, just bollocks. Yeah, look, this just sums it up as well. And God, we didn't get into anything. You can't do that though. That is a penalty for me. I did see like the worst ever bicycle kick. Did she bounce twice? He's a player though, Romero. I do think Romero's good. Fair enough, every pundit in the world was saying no pen, but I expect nothing less. Right, it just is a penalty though. What pundit was saying no pen? Can you explain the strategy for me? I've been following you for a long time, but I'm still confused. No worries, bro. I'll explain it in a sec. It's a penalty for me. You can't just say Dan Burn 6'7". Dan Burn ran through Bentancur, got him in a headlock. Okay, so I'm the butt. You come on, got him in a headlock. Come on, Stu. Come on, Stu. That is a penalty all day long for me. Not all day long, but I mean, you just can't do that from a penalty, a corner. Like, he's literally like this. He's not looking at the ball at all. He's got his back to goal. The corner's coming in from behind. He's got his back to goal like this around his biggest centre half. Like, he's running into him, stopping him from moving into the box. If you allow that, then every corner just becomes like. And again, I know it happens every week, but bro, like, when it happens every week, it happens with you, like, either your shoulder or your back. You can't have 2 arms out like this. And I mean, it makes it kind of obvious the way it's Dan Burn as well, and he's about 6'5". I mean, 6'12", isn't he? 6'13", bro, that bastard. Romero's got a diving header and an overhead kick. Yeah, it was a mad game. The City game was mad as well. He is a baller though, Romero. He's good. Tough game for Villa today. Yeah. Is that who you support, Jed? Yeah. So our strategy is essentially either we look for the age of liquidity grab. So the first things first is the age of high and low. So we want to wait for the age of high or low to get swept. And then based on the higher time frame, so with this one, for example, on the higher time frame, we're bullish. So what after the age of high gets swept, we're looking for price to come into a nice area, obviously an order block or a fair value gap, or if you want to make it really easy, just a daily true open. So I'll draw on the daily true open, for example. Where is it? So the daily true open. So yeah, you want to wait for the age of high to be swept, or the age of low to be swept. And then if, as we said, the higher time frame is looking bullish, wait for it to come back into a different area. Into a nice area. Again, the easiest thing is the daily true open, and then you look for continuations. If the market's looking bearish, right, which this one isn't, but we can find a day where it is, we go on a pair where that is the case. So, for example, this one where you had this order block below. Then what you'd do is you would wait for the Asia high to be swept, high or low to be swept. And this one's looking bearish, so you'd look for sells down to the Asia low. So there's essentially two ways you get in. Got the Asia session there. So you essentially, step one is you wait for the Asia session to form. Right, wait for the Asia session to form. Bomb. That's step one. And then the next step is you want to draw out your Asia high, your Asia low. So this is 2 different days, by the way, chat. You wait for your Asia high. So I'm sorry, you draw out your Asia high like this. Move this across a little bit. Wait for your Asia high. Draw that out. We'll make that green. And then your Asia low. We'll make that green as well. Right. Same thing here. Right. In this example on the left, let's assume the higher time frame is bullish. Alright, let's assume that. And on the left, the higher time frame is bearish. Right. Sick. Alright, cool. So when it's bullish, so you can see the higher time frame is bullish. So obviously for the both things, the first thing we want to do, we want to wait for London open and price to take out either the Asia low or the Asia high. Let's use these examples and say we took out the Asia high, right? So same thing here. Market London session opens and we take out the high, right? The Asia high, right? So that's step 1. Obviously this one, the higher time frame is bullish. So we're going to mark out our daily true open. And on this one as well, why not? We'll mark out the daily true open as well. Why not? Right. Daily true open's 5 AM if you don't know what time it is. And then you look for price to come into, in the bullish scenario, come into the daily true open. Stop loss below the relevant low. And look to aim for the high. So like that. And then price should tap on the daily true open and then come up to your TP. That's if the higher time frame is bullish, right? So you can see that up until then, the scenarios are the exact same, right? It just depends on the higher time frame. However, on this one, when the higher time frame is bearish, you want to look for your confirmation. So either an FVG, IFVG, or a breaker structure or change of character. So for this one, the higher time frame is bearish. So we look for that to happen. Obviously, the sweep of the high and the IFVG, and then you look for a retest on that level to trade down into the Asia low. Right, so that is essentially the 2 different ways that we like to enter the market. Right, that's basically it. That's essentially it. So EG wants to start to move after 10 GGs. Yeah, mate, everything just took the piss today. I feel like you didn't pay attention to Burns' arm around Benton Core pulling him down. Yeah, but we all just know that's just not how football works, though, is it? He just didn't. That's just not what was happening, Stu. Like, come on. Why would Dan Burn need to pull down Benton Core? Dan Burn just wants to hit the area, obviously. He just wants to run into the area. We know what it's like, bro. I'll tell you that for a fact. That is what happens. If you're trying to body someone who's bigger than you, right, I do it with my brother all the time. The easiest place to go is you put your head under their arm, you push them back like that to get like strength. Oh, you're never going to be able to body someone stronger than you. If you're going chest to chest and the other guy is blatantly bigger and stronger than you, you're just going to run straight past you. The only way to do it is to put your head like that. But yeah, I mean, I think that like he did like why would Dan Burn need to put him in a headlock? No reason at all. In fact, it'll be counter to what he actually wants to do. Why would Benton Core want to do it? Because he has to somehow try and stop him from hitting the area. I think it's clear and obvious what Benton Core was trying to do. I don't think you can say that he was pulling his head down. There'd be no need. Just think about it logically. Why would he need to do that? But yeah, I can see why you're annoyed though, because you do get shit like that all the time that isn't given. So it is. I do hear you. Sick. There we go. Market just absolutely creams. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. And you can see, obviously, UJ not moving at all. Ah, joy, joy, joy. Deep joy. We did get the move we wanted eventually. Obviously, we retapped onto that order block. And yeah, price just runs off. I'm not just playing Stu up here. I do think that it's a pen. Yeah, that's what I think, mate. I agree. But I can see why Stu's annoyed, because you do get stuff like that all the time that's not given as a pen. But I think that one was just so obvious. Like, Bentancur just was not, just didn't make it, like, didn't make it subtle at all. I agree he's attempting to block his run, but I don't think he's doing enough for a pen such as, like, yeah, it's one of them, innit? I suppose it is a bit, like, up to interpretation. Did they go VAR? Yeah, they went to VAR about it. See, that's one of them, though, yeah? If the ref don't give a pen for that, that shouldn't go VAR, because, like, even though I think it is definitely a pen, some people would say it's not, but it's not like a blatant and obvious error. It's not like you'd see that and go, that's ridiculous, that's insane. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I don't think there's any need to go to VAR. If the ref says no pen, just let him give it as no pen. I don't think there's need to beg it and go to VAR. I mean, at least the JPY went to our target in the end. Typically, just completely missed the level. But, yeah. So, I mean, at least we got the direction, chat. At least we got the direction. At least we got the direction. We knew it was heading to this low. Just a little bit tricky to actually catch that move down to it. So, yeah. You can see the dollar's just, yeah, it's weak as piss right now. Weak as piss. Anyway, chat. I'm really going to jump off now, to be fair, because the market's just nothing really to look at, is there? Nothing to really look at. I'm going to jump off this TikTok anyway. Boys, if anyone wants to continue watching, then go over to the YouTube, man. Richesse Effects on YouTube. I'll catch you in the next live, people. Sweet. Bro, this TikTok's dead as a doormat now. Dead as a doormat. Used to get like 100 views. We can't have two man on the same TikTok. We just can't do it. It just ruins the TikTok. It just literally just ruins it, bro. Literally ruins it. Which is annoying. TikTok's just so anal with what they allow and what they don't. I swear down. Morning, Lou. You go over. I was looking at sales near you. In my opinion, everything was saying price want to go higher. Yeah, no, it was saying it wanted to go higher in terms of the higher time frame, but just in terms of how we're going to get there, I just didn't think that we was going to run all the way first. I thought we was going to sell off down to here and then go higher like that. That was just me trying to be too clever. It's just bad analysis from me, really. That's just all it is. Yeah, we knew we was going higher. Like, we had this higher marked on from the start, but we just when we were sort of consolidating here, we wanted price to come down first, fill this, and then come up, and then a similar thing for GU, but obviously just didn't happen in the end. So it is what it is. Inverse coming to hit my key level. Check EG. Nice, bro. Yeah, we'll see if it closes above this. It's one of them days though, man. You can just tell it's not good. You can just tell if it's not going to be a good day. For me, anyway. For some people, it may be banging. Fair enough, what happened to all of us. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. At least the bands have dried up. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, VAR reasoning was he was not looking at the ball, but how's he supposed to watch the ball? How's he meant to watch burn and the ball? But that's the thing. You shouldn't. That's their whole rule, though. You shouldn't watch the player and the man, innit? You should just watch the. Sorry, you shouldn't the player and the man. You shouldn't watch the play. You should just watch the ball. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at how Arsenal do it, obviously you're basically doing the same thing, but you just do it clear. It's down to like who marks who, really. Like, you need someone big on Dan Burn, and you got to have like your back to them. Essentially, you got to have your back to them so they can't run past. We'd have like Saliba on him or something. And Saliba would just stand his ground. You'd make it so stuffy in there that you can't do anything. But I mean, yeah, it's just Spurs, though, isn't it? Spurs never do anything right, do they? I'm joking. Yeah, you should look at Like, it's the same with anything, innit? You should never just focus on the man rather than the ball. You got to have your back to him and you're meant to win the ball. And if you don't do that, like I said, you got to do it cleverly, like how Arsenal do it, which is essentially doing the same thing, but it's just making it less bait. Yeah, 5 a.m, bro. 5 a.m. London time. 5 a.m. London time. Yeah, he's looking nice though, Henry, man. How can you trade Forex? Huge commissions and spreads impact on FTMO. Yeah, I mean, spreads are annoying. I'm not going to lie, spreads are annoying. I don't disagree with that. Do not disagree with that. Bro, I've been waiting for an Alpha Futures account for about a month now, bro. Like, seriously, Alpha needs to fucking pull their finger out and give me my account. Seriously need to pull their finger out, bro. How would you trade NQ? That's the thing, bro. I'd need to have my experience with it. Every asset is different. Anyone who tells you can trade the exact same way on every asset is just lying. I mean, I'd still trade ALG and DTO continuations, but it's just like what moves at certain times. How do you actually enter the trade? Because what I see is it typically just runs. You don't actually get like a refined entry. You might know we like to go for either a 5-minute IFVG or a change of character or something like that. It typically just runs. But you can still see like the same things are happening. Like if you look at, obviously, sweep of the high. I know this one didn't actually run all the way down into the Asia low, but you can see sweep of the high. Price did trade down majority of the way to the Asia low, not all the way though. So it could even be a stop at break even type drop there. This one you can see did have that move to up to the Asia high, but when you go on the 1 minute, there's just not really any entry there, like in terms of a refined entry. So you'd have to just do your experience in it and see how the best way to trade it is. And then same with this, you obviously, this is going to be if you draw on the DTO, where is it? If you draw on the DTO, you can see price came off the DTO a nice few times. So you could have got a nice sell off the DTO either here, nice and early on, or even here after. But you can see, again, there wasn't really much of a pull. Or to be fair, there was a pullback there, but it wasn't really a refined entry. That's his whole move on its own. So I'd use the same strategy, but it's just the actual pulling of the trigger. Thank you so much. This explanation solved a lot of my problem, especially in continuation. Yeah, that's it, man. Continuations are just as important as the ALG, so it's good to have both of them in your locker. Minute 1 works for NQ. But I feel like you have to just enter, like, live enter almost. So, like, here, for example, you'd have to go. So, like, I mean, obviously, you've got your whatever. This is just typical DTO. This is the same as what you do on EUGU for now. But then you'd have to just enter live. So, in terms of normally we're drawing this FVG, wait for it to get inverted, and if it gets inverted, then you'd look for price to do this. So, close below, and then you'd wait for it to come back and then sell off. I feel like on this you just have to enter straight off of the close. So it's like that. You wouldn't really have much luck if you waited for it to come back every time. So you'd probably go like that and then just like that. 40 points. And for 80, 2-1. It may come back, I don't know. Yeah, so something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like entering live rather than waiting for it to come back up. That's sort of what I see. And SM2 VS, yeah, let's see if there was SM2 VS actually. Where's it gone? What's it called? Oh, what's the right one called? Always fucking can't find it. Here we go. Did we get SMT? Let's have a look. The same thing, you're still looking at your DTO. Where's the DTO level? Where's the DTO? Right. At 5 AM would still be the level you're looking for. See, DTO moves typically happen quite earlier as well. So same thing, you'd be waiting for this fair value gap here to be filled. Do you have any imbalance? Yeah, see, that's the thing. There's not really any imbalance here. Okay, the 2 minute there is. So 2 minute, you'd really go like this. Bomb. Bomb. Let's move this higher just for the sake of what we're doing right now. Just so we can see it a bit clearer. So see, that's again the time that you'd actually enter. It was like 20 points. Is it going to be the same on here? 7. Yes, you can see it's kind of a lot less points as well. This one's only 11. Let's see if there was SMT. Yeah, where was the SMT that you managed to see him? Where is the SMT? I suppose with that this previous candle here, I suppose. What the fuck? So what the fuck would you have done there then? Wait, does this happen every morning on obviously that. Does this happen every morning? Oh wait. What? Okay, I don't know what the fuck that was about then. No idea what that was about, but yeah. So yeah, that would really be it. And then in terms of the ALG higher, which you could probably look for after, you probably look for SMT there, right? So you've got these two lows here. You'd look for SMT at these lows, I'm assuming. Well, you didn't really get SMT anyway. Just the same. Need to enter at a low/high point, high of FVG, not midpoint. Yeah, it does look like it moves decently though, especially off this DTO, these DTO moves. To be fair, I think a DTO move would have got cooked here though, if we have a look. Let's look at the DTO move here. It's the DTO here. So again, what you do on this one is if you go back Go back. You'd wait for this to get hit. To be fair, you wait for your inversion anyway, didn't you? So I suppose it would have been fine. But you have that there. You wait for price to come into that, and then you mark out your fair value gap and wait for this to be inverted. And obviously where it didn't, you'd sort of just leave it, I suppose. What about NQ on this one? Let's make sure there wasn't inducement entry either. So a similar thing here, if we go back a little bit, you got your imbalance near the DTO. Imbalance near the DTO, and then, so yeah, you'd mark out this and you'd wait for this to get inverted. Yeah, and you just wouldn't get in. Yeah, it actually does look nice off these DTO moves especially. Where are we? Yeah, I'm not really seeing too much use of the SMT in these last few days, but I suppose that's only is 2 days. Yeah, I'm definitely worth doing some backtesting on this. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of backtesting, but to be fair, this one might have been one of them where you would have actually got induced and lost the trade. Let's have a look. To be fair, no, I think you would have been sweet because we didn't even come down to that. That one there, you got your 1 minute imbalance there. So you'd wait for price to come into that, which you just never did and just ran off, right? Okay, no, it did come into it, okay. Wait. Obviously, I would just aim for the Asia high as well, unless it's not 2RR, in which case, obviously, seeing that other one, I'd just make it bang on 2RR. To be fair as well, this one's actually probably going to, again, when you're not really waiting for the inversion, you'd literally just, yeah, so as soon as it closes above, you just wait for that. So it'll have to be 18, you'd up it to 20. And then, oh. Aim for the high. That have stayed in. Fair fucking play. Fair play. Yo, I think we found the ultimate cook. Have a look at NQ. I was actually analysing NQ this day as well. That's kind of nice. Okay, let's do the same thing for this. DTO is at 5 AM here. So you'd wait for this to get tapped into. To be fair, it's one of them you'd probably only trade it at the London session anyway. Okay, no, so we did actually get it there. Let's go on the 1 min. So yeah, this one may have got stopped, but we'll have a look. Obviously, as soon as we close above, you'd enter. Stop loss would be here, 70. So you'd have to aim for a bang on 2 to 1, or you'd aim for the high. Maybe better to just always aim for a 2 to 1. I'm not sure, but yeah, we'll have a look. Then yeah, I think this is an example of one that would have actually got stopped out. To be fair, I mean, probably would have stops at break. I mean, I don't know. Everyone who trades NQ and ES seems to put stops at break even. So, alright, that was news anyway. Was it news? Wait, Monday. Wait, when was news? Because you definitely want to be out before news. So the news was at 1:05. Oh wait, no, sorry. Oh no, 3 PM. So I think you would have. Yeah, I think that would have just been. You would have just got cooked. Wait, 3:05. So you would want to be out obviously 15 minutes 50 minutes before is the rule on most prop firms. So 2:45 you would have wanted to be out by. So where is 2:45? Okay, literally after it got raped. Wait, was that right? Okay, yeah. So to be fair, I'm sure on this one most people would have their stops to break in. But either way, yeah, it looks decent for a strat, man. Does look decent. Oh. So if we get rid of it, so out of the days we've actually had a look at, I've had one trade, obviously 2-1, no trade and a loss. And then on ES you would have had 2-1, no trade. To be fair, again, you could have actually just continued and used the strategy later on. Yeah, no trade and then a nice win. Actually looking like a decent strat. New week opening gap and new day opening gap are important areas. It actually looks like a cold strategy, I'm not going to lie. Fair play. Yeah, I'm going to do some backtesting on this. When I get my... I might even have my account there. I'll have a look. Yeah, I'll have a look. But yeah, that looks decent, man. That does look decent. I'll definitely start looking at this every morning, man. We'll start looking at this every fucking morning. See if we can see this play out. Obviously, chat, Friday we are giving away those funded accounts. So everyone be posted and ready. I'm going to jump off live now anyway because it's kind of getting a bit late in the day. It is near enough, 20 to 11. So, yeah, that's decent though, man. That does look decent. That looks very decent. Unerring, e.g. unerring, shame kill zone coming to an end. Hardly a kill zone today though, but got a risky entry after 5 minute. Yeah. Fair play. Yeah, what off this imbalance here? Fair enough. Actually might have even meant the lower one. I'm not sure, but yeah, fair play, bro. Fair play. Good luck to you. I mean, I think we're probably going to need some fundamental help with that, but we'll see, man. Please, can you make a full video on your model on YouTube? Are you in the mentorship to here? But yeah, nice entry there. I mean, you got a pretty discounted entry anyway, so let's hopefully you can run through, bro. I mean, you did say you was waiting for your higher time frame level as well, which I'm assuming is 4-hour order block, and it was tapped into. So yeah, you've waited for everything really. You've waited for everything you needed to wait for, so fair play, man. Thanks, Lou, for the live, broski. No worries, bro. No worries, brother. But yeah, I'm going to jump off now, chat. Appreciate you, man, tuning in. Big up for you, man. Big up to everyone who tuned in today. Good stream, man. Good stream. I mean, the markets were fucking shit. Absolutely terrible. So good that we actually got some things done. And yeah, man. Appreciate all you tuning in, boys. Appreciate all the likes, comments, shares, and follows. All the comments as well. Yeah, send me a DM then to here on Discord, innit? But yeah, big up to everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one, people. Sweet.